Hey everyone, Roger here from Ask the Car Experts YouTube channel, and I have a new toy that I picked up, and it's from Ancel, and it's the 6 to 12 volt lawn mower, motorcycle, and car battery tester, the BA301, and I'm excited to test this out. I haven't even unboxed it yet, which I'm going to do. And if you're like me, you have a lot of batteries around, from lawn tractors to vehicles to backup batteries like I have here. AGM, deep cycle, and this can actually test all of those. And I wanted something quick and simple to check the health of all the batteries that I have. I even have another battery right here. Now I use these for my oxalic acid when I'm doing my honeybees, and then I have all my toys and vehicles that have been sitting around where I'd like to check to see if these batteries are failed internally. And I thought that this would be a good way to move ahead and test all these batteries. And this tester not only tests the batteries quick and simple, it also can do a charging and cranking system testing, and it also comes with free updates, which I purchased this and I got a message from Ancel pretty quick, and they told me that there was an issue with the software and that it could not test something correctly, I think it was, or it locks up when it's trying to do a specific test, and they already have a software fix to correct this. And I'm going to go ahead and update it first before I use it and play around with it. So let's go set that up first and unbox it, plug it in, and do the update. Alright, let's check this out. I feel like my garage is a disaster. Popped the tire, biking with my son, and I got everything in here to fix that. I just ordered a new fat tire. Let's take a look at the unit. It comes with a little user manual. Alright, I did a quick look through of the manual, which I'll read when I have a minute, but it is customizable for languages. It tells you if you have a good battery. It gives you your SOH, or state of health. Usually I know it as SOC, which is state of charge. It tells you to recharge it if it's low. It will tell you if you have a bad cell. It will tell you if the battery needs to be replaced. And it tells you, obviously, like I said, if you have to recharge it before you test it again. So it looks pretty thorough. Good battery, recharging. So I'm excited to test all of the batteries that I have. It even does a waveform test for current voltage. So it's a pretty neat tool here. Let's just take a quick look. It's got a nice size screen. Comes with the USB adapter, which is, I don't know what that USB is, but it's like a printer port USB. That's what I think of it as. And a regular USB for updating. So I'm going to go update this now, and you just go to the Ancel website, and I signed in. You just make a login, and then you just find the specific tool, which this is the BA301, and you download the file, which I've already done. I'm going to go plug this into the computer and update it. Alright, I am plugged in to the computer, and I've already downloaded the file off of the Ancel Tech support, and the file was right here, and you just hit download right here. Here's the software link, and I'm going to proceed with the update. Alright, the instructions I received was to open the software. So let's open the software. Unrecognized app. Running this app might... No, I want to run it. You have to click more info. Here's the app, unknown publisher. Yep, it's going to ask me either don't run or run anyway. So Microsoft is preventing me from running it. I'm going to just hit run anyways because I already know it is a trusted program. And here we go. I'll put a shortcut on. That'll make it easier if I have to update it again. And I'm going to install. And I want to install the software. And it says if a device came, you can now connect it. Device updated. Microsoft. Alright, finish, finish. And hopefully it gave me a link. Yep, right here, BT link. Okay. Alright, BT link, and here we go, internet upgrade. And this is what I want. It says press and hold the enter key while plugging in the USB cable, not while it is already plugged in, which just makes it keep selecting the same thing. So I'm going to plug in the USB cable while I'm holding enter down. Which of course put it in update mode. Perfect, that's exactly what I needed. Alright, so I'm in update mode, and now it just says to hit the check update. Alright, so now it's updating, and I will let it update completely, and then that fixes the bug that they had talked about that I got the email from Ancel. Let's see, result, it said that there could be a crash when doing the charging test, and the team has fixed the bug and download the software on the official website. So that's it, nice and simple. Upgrade finished, and then check here, it says update success, and that's all done, nice and simple. So this is a lifetime subscription that you get when you purchase this from Ancel. If there's a bug that is found, they will fix it, and then you can just go onto their website and upload the latest software for your device. Definitely a benefit for the cost, which this is a very affordable tester. Alright, let's go through some battery tests and see how this works. Now, they did say that you can't install this backwards, so I'm going to put the positive on the negative and the negative on the positive, and you're not supposed to be able to short it out. And it just doesn't turn on. Okay, so let's do it correctly now. And actually, you should, in general, positive is first, and then the negative. And then it gets its power from the battery, and this is the screen that you get. So we have car, motorcycle, waveform. So I'm going to select car, and then it says in vehicle or out of vehicle, and I'm going to go down to out of vehicle. Let's see, oops, it popped off. Let's go back. Hopefully you can see the screen. And I'm going to just go back to where it was. I know it's hard to read it. There we go. In vehicle, I want out of vehicle. And this is an AGM battery. It is a deep cycle. And I'm going to use cold cranking amps. And these are all different ways that you can measure it. It does the same measurement, but it has different ratings for different regions. I'm used to CCA. I'm going to stick with CCA. This is a 945. This is a deep cycle battery I had gotten from Cabela's a while back. I've used it in my kayak because I have a trolling motor on the back that I use. And I just recently used this battery for my beehives for my oxalic acid vaporizer, and it seemed like it took forever to heat up the vaporizer, and I think I know why now. And I did not realize that this was a bad battery. So I'm a little disappointed. I thought this was a good battery. I've been maintaining it, but it kind of makes sense now. And I questioned whether the tool was working correctly, so I ran around already and tested a bunch of other batteries, and they all test correctly. So I'll bring this to work and test it with the one I have at work just to verify, but I'm pretty sure that the Ancel is correct, and this just has no amperage. It's very low, and that's why it took forever to actually heat up my vaporizer from my bees. So let's go over to this Napa Gold. And it's funny, these Napa batteries, I mean, I'm not promoting Napa, but these batteries usually last and last and last. So I'm going to check this one, and you just usually check your battery. So we're looking for where it says your rating for your cold cranking amps, and this one actually is rated here at 985, and I'm also going to test it out of the vehicle. So car, and then it always goes back to in vehicle. I'm going to do out of vehicle. I'm going to do, this is a regular battery, so it's a regular lead acid battery. And I'm going to go CCA, and I said it was 985. So this is actually higher than my deep cycle that I have. 985, hit enter. And it measures it quick and tells you if it's a good battery. So I'm at 69%. I need to recharge this battery. My cold cranking amps is 681 currently. So after I charge it, I can recheck it. I like the screen. I like how it gives you this display and your percentage and your state of charge. It says good recharge and gives you some great information just on the general state of health of your battery. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the charger on this one. I already had the charger on my deep cycle, which unfortunately I'm pretty disappointed. These batteries are not cheap, and looks like that one's toast. It's done, and it's AGM, so I can't even like try to recover it. So alright, let's continue checking. Alright, I'm on my battery in my E46, which I know I just charged, my 3 series. And let's switch over to the screen, and I believe this is an 850. Now I'm in vehicle, and I want to do just a battery test. And it says check surface charge. Now, if you charge your battery, there'll be a surface charge. So you basically just turn on your lights for 10 seconds, turn it back off, shut the car, let it sit for a minute, and then come back here and then continue the test just by hitting enter. That takes the surface charge off so it can actually test the battery correctly, which I already know the car's been sitting. I don't have a service charge. So this is a regular battery, CCA, and I think I said it was 980. So this one here is 91% good battery. Alright, so let's go check a couple other ones real quick. Alright, I'm at my wife's Mazda Mpv. So I'm going to just jump on the positive here and the negative and check this one out too. Of course, everything one-handed is harder. I need someone to record while I do this. Alright, so let's test this. So how do I check? Again, look for the rating on your battery. Cold cranking amp 750. Alright, so I'm going to go enter, and I'm in vehicle, and I'm just going to do the battery test. And again, the car's been off. And this is just a regular battery, and it's CCA and 750. If you just hold it too, it goes fast, which is awesome. Okay, hit enter. And again, good battery, 93%. And we just went on a long trip recently, so I'm not surprised that the battery is almost fully charged. So that's great. So I can hit escape, and I'm back here, and I think I have the keys. So I could do a cranking test. I have not done this yet. So I'm gonna hit enter, and I'm in vehicle. And let's do a cranking test first. Let's check that out. I'm very curious. Please turn off the engine before pressing enter to continue. Okay, my engine's off. Enter. Start engine. Let's go do that. Now, as soon as you start the engine, it does the test. Tells you how many milliseconds it took to start the vehicle is what my guess is. And your cranking voltage, which is 11.9 because of the load. Now, when it's colder, obviously, your cranking voltage is probably going to get drawn down even lower. But this test shows me that it's normal. That's great. All right, so let's go to a charging system test, and let's see what it has me do for that. So it's checking the ripple of the alternator. And now it's load testing. So you increase the RPM to 25,000 and keep it there for 5 seconds and then press enter to continue. One, two, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, press enter. I don't know if I was, oh no, so that's good. Loaded 14.19, good. Unloaded 14.43, ripple 38 millivolts. Nice. Charging system normal. Alright, let's do another test on my truck. And let's see, so I'm going to do the cranking test first. Just keep in mind you do need a running vehicle to do these tests. I mean, this might help identify if there's a specific problem. Turn off engine, press enter. But if your vehicle is not running well, these tests could be misleading. Like if you have an engine problem, it obviously can't be charging your alternator correctly because of the way the vehicle is running. So just keep that in mind when you're doing these charging system tests. Alright, so let's do crank engine. Let's start. So it went down to 9.75 volts, cranking normal. It's always a good sign. And let's do a charging system test. Keep in mind, you want to make sure your connections are on really well, both the negative and positive. Alright, charging system test. This is the ripple test. Increase the RPM for 5 seconds. Then hit enter. And charging normal. Now, if something doesn't seem right, make sure to check your connections. That would be the most likely cause. Unless you have a problem, you know, check another car if you want to. You know, my wife's car tested normal. If my car was not testing normal, I would then double check her car. But the biggest issue that you would have for a false reading would be your actual connections at your battery. And make sure that these connections are good, clean, and secure for doing these tests. Definitely happy with the Ancel VA301 battery and charging system tester. I wouldn't have known that deep cycle was bad without having this in my toolbox. So definitely a great purchase, something that I'm going to hold on to and maybe check my batteries every 3 to 6 months. And again, great tool to have for checking your charging system and your starting system. Just one more tool in your toolbox to help you figure out what's wrong with your car. Thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe to my Ask the Car Experts YouTube channel, and likes and positive comments are always greatly appreciated. Have a great day.